This is Glenn Rice with Michelangelo's Plumbing. We are located at 428 North Las Palmas Avenue, Los Angeles, California. Today is June 12th, 2019. We're performing a video sewer inspection through a 4-inch ABS clean out, which is just located on the left-hand side as you're facing the property on the left-hand side, just next to the garage or the gate to the rear of the property, to the garage, just on the right-hand side of the gate. And we went ahead and zeroed out our camera. And we're dropping down our 4-inch ABS. It's our 4-inch ABS line here. And this is the front of the property. It's our driveway, front of the property. That's towards the walkway of the house. This is the side. This is the black fence that goes towards the rear of the property. And right here next to the hose is our 4-inch ABS clean out. It already had zeroed out our monitor. And we're going to go ahead and drop down and continue our video sewer inspection. So we're immediately transitioning into 4-inch cast iron. We're going to pause for a moment, run a little bit of water, get our camera lens cleaned. Okay, we went ahead and ran a little bit of water, got our camera lens clean, and we're going to continue to push out. Appears to be cast iron. This appears to be a little bit of a belly in this area, right about at 9.3. We're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. Appears to be about a 4-inch belly. We're going to continue to push out. Cast iron does have a lot of scaling and debris on the line. We do have some roots in this joint here. And we will mark that on the way back. We're just going to continue to push out. Here's where we transition to it appears to be clay, vitreous clay. We're going to go ahead and continue to push out. This also could be a concrete. I'm going to continue to push out and get into our city sewer tie-in. We got some roots in this joint here. And as we pull back, we'll stop and mark all these joints. We're just going to push out and attempt to get into our city sewer tie-in. From there, we'll run some water, get our camera lens nice and clean, and we'll pull back and we can get a really good look at the line. You have a large root intrusion in that joint. Continue to push out. More roots in that joint. More roots in that joint. I'm going to go ahead and continue to push out. Make a little bit of a turn, and this is our city sewer tie-in here. So we're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and ran all the way out into our city sewer tie-in, which is here. This is our city sewer tie-in. As you can see, the water running just below us there. And we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back slowly, and we're going to take a good look at the line. We do have several joints that do have some root intrusions in it, but we'll pull back slowly and we'll take a good look at this. That there is a little bit of slag overpour. It appears to be a little bit of slag overpour in the concrete joints. We're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. That joint appears to be in fair condition. A little bit of slag on that joint also. That joint appears to be in fair condition. 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 Again, very hard to tell if that is it appears to be an overpour in the joint. But once we get it back to the office, we can take a good look at it and blow that up and take a good look at that joint. We're going to continue to pull back. And again, that does look like some overpour in the joints. When they set these joints, there was just a little bit of overpour that came through the joints. We continue to pull back. The joint appeared to be in fair condition. We do have a small amount of roots in that joint. To pull back a little bit. They're running water up in the house, doing the inspections also. That joint appears to be in fair condition. It do look like we have a little bit of root intrusion hanging down there, and some roots laying down on the bottom of the pipe. Joints appear to be in fair condition. That joint there does have a minimal amount of roots in the joint there from about the 7 o'clock area all the way around to about the 4 o'clock area. A bit of an offset in that joint from about the 7 o'clock to about the 3 o'clock area. The joint appears to be in fair condition. A little more roots here in this joint. And we could possibly get the roots all removed and get the line cleared with hydrojetting the line. And that would also help with the cast iron, cleaning up the cast iron. There's some more roots in that joint. No visible signs of breaks, just a little bit of roots in the joints. A little bit more roots in that joint. You have a larger amount of roots in that joint there too, and those could possibly be hydrojetted out also. That joint appears to be in fair condition. That joint appears to be in fair condition. A little bit of offset in that joint. Appears to be a little bit of slag on the top. And we have a little bit more roots in this joint. And after we have the line hydrojetted, or if the line gets hydrojetted and re-inspected, we could take a really good look at these joints where the roots are at to determine if there's any breaks in the joint. We're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. That joint appears to be in fair condition. This joint here, there's a little more roots in that joint. It appears to be in fair condition. That joint appears to be in fair condition. And we do have some more roots in this joint here. Continue to pull back. A little bit of offset in that joint from about the 3 o'clock to about the 10 o'clock area. Doesn't appear to be major. And we're transitioning back into our cast iron. And we're just going to go ahead and pull back in our cast iron. Like slowly. A lot of lumps and bumps in here. If the line gets a good hydrojetting, could possibly clean up some of the debris and some of the buildup that is in the cast iron. We're going to continue to pull back. Appears to be a little bit of roots in this area also in the cast iron. And holding back a little bit of water, not much, a little bit of water there. We're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And we're going to go ahead and pull up and out of our clean out, and that will conclude our video sewer inspection.